Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is probably like number 3, or probably your third, fourth attempt at trying to record this video. But it's because I have almost all my babies home. There's only one that's in school right now. And that's kind of what the whole topic of today's, judging by the title, right, of what our video is about today. So I know that our channel's still new and we're still trying to find kind of our groove or our niche of what we like to do, and I just wanted to try something new out. And by that, I'm going to be talking about 5 ways to stay sane as a stay-at-home mom or a working mom. I mean, it doesn't really exclude anybody in that. Because being a mom's hard, guys. It's really tough. And these are just a couple of the ways that kind of help me to keep my cool from day to day. Number 1 is let go. Now, this one is huge for me. When I would say all the way up to my 3rd son, right as he started getting mobile. I used to be like a freak about keeping a spotless, almost Pinterest-worthy home. I wanted everything to be in its place at all times. I wanted all of our couch pillows to be lined up perfectly. I swept and mopped twice a day, vacuumed twice a day. I wanted everything to be nice and neat. But then as the babies got older and the messes got bigger, and then they kept coming, I mean, there's 4 now, and I just got outnumbered, and it is in the biggest way possible. I mean, if you can take one kid and imagine what kind of mess they can make in about an hour, take 4 kids and imagine that mess. It wasn't until I had Lainey that I really kind of just learned to just let go and relax a little bit. Ew! Grab a wipe from the pack and wipe it off. He just killed I don't even know. That's not a wasp. That's a gnat. It's from outside because we were going in and out. See, I'm not gonna turn this off. Yeah, maybe that's a mosquito. That's a mosquito. Ew. Okay, go throw that in the trash can. I'm not restarting this video. You're just gonna get what you get. Anyways, I wanted an immaculate house, and I worked so hard to do that, and I was stressing myself out to like no end. Like it was extreme. Guys, hold on a minute, okay? You guys can go upstairs and talk, or you can go in the other room and talk, but I'm right here, okay? And I've had to restart this like a couple different times. Then go get it. So anyway, I wanted this immaculate house. 4 kids later, you can't have an immaculate house because they want to play. They want to be little kids, and you just gotta kind of let go. I was stressing myself out to no end, just going around picking up everybody or after everybody constantly, and it was stressing not only myself out, but I'm sure it was stressing my kids out. Now, I'm not saying just let go completely because I can't do that. Like, I have yet to clean today. There's a laundry basket full of clothes that I need to put away right here. Somebody threw all the pillows off the couch in order to sit down right over here. And my son got a little Dirt Devil vacuum for his birthday, and the plugs all unwrapped and just laying right next to me right here. And it is killing me to just sit here and film this because I want to clean up, but as soon as I pick it up, guys, they're gonna do it again. So I stress out. Like, you just gotta let go, and you just got to. So moving on from number 1, since I've now spent 4 minutes on it, number 2 is laugh a lot, which I just had to do because, and sometimes it's really hard just to laugh, even though you want to just freak out because you're like, what are you doing? Like I said, my son had his birthday party this past weekend, and there was cake. There's leftover cake, so after lunch I said, hey, yeah, sure, you guys can have some, and I sat them over there to record this video with cake because I thought that was a good idea. It was a really bad idea because somebody took soda and spilt it into their cake. They had root beer sitting over there, sharing between the 2 of them. I don't normally do this. It's normally just on Fridays, but there's so much soda left over from the party that I said, what the heck, live a little. So somebody decided it would be a good idea to dump it in their cake, stir it up, and then dump it on the other kid while I was trying to do this. This is why this is hard to do, and okay. So anyways, I just had to laugh it off because what are you going to do? I mean, they're little kids. They have to be, you have to watch them constantly. I'm not watching them because I'm sitting here in front of you. So, I'm not saying I'm not watching them. They're like literally they're like right here. Anyway, so you just laugh. You just gotta laugh. Let me tell you a story really, really fast. So, my oldest son, when he was probably 2, I was probably pregnant at the time actually. I think he was about 2, and he had a really bad sore throat. And I took him to the doctor, and he was being real shy like he is. And the doctor wanted to stick the little stick in his mouth and say, so she could see, and she said, say ah, and he wouldn't open his mouth, and I went to say, open your mouth, dude, and open your mouth, goof, at the same time. Those words combined came out as, open your mouth, douche. Oh my gosh, what the heck? I was literally so embarrassed, like probably the most embarrassed I've ever been in my entire life. I just called my kid douche in front of the doctor by mistake. It was just a twist of words, like my mouth just jumbled them out and I said it. It was so embarrassing. I couldn't correct myself. Guys, I didn't even say, oh my gosh, I didn't mean to say that. I was so embarrassed. I could not correct myself. We didn't go back to the doctor for a very long time. I had to just laugh it off. Like, I think as soon as I left there, I cried for a while, and then I learned, like, oh, it's actually really funny. And I'm sure she knew, because I'm, like, not that kind of person that just calls her kids terrible names, and she knows, you know. I'm sure she got that it was an accident. She didn't even react to me saying it. It was just, you just gotta laugh it off, guys. There's a lot of things you're gonna have to laugh about. Like, I want to laugh at my kids scream at each other right now, because I don't want to re-record this video. So just laugh. Hey, that's enough. That's enough. Hey, Barrett, I'm going to take your gun away. There's one upstairs in my room. Go get it. There's the white one upstairs in my room. Go get that gun. I don't know. It's a small gun. It's a sidearm. It's one of your sidearms. It's up in my room. Moving on to number 3. Okay, this one is kind of do not under any circumstances try to keep up with the Joneses. And by that I mean, yeah, sure, don't try to keep up with them financially, because somebody's always going to have it better than you, no matter what end of the spectrum you're on. And somebody's always going to have it worse than you. You got to be grateful for what you have. And if you have, you know, healthy, beautiful babies, or you have your spouse, or whatever you have, just be grateful for it. Just, it's not about all the materialistic things, and it's very easy to fall in that realm of thinking that. And it's also easy to get a hold of someone else and try to compare kids. And that can be really tough, especially with social media just being right there in your face all the time. And somebody, so-and-so is posting about how their kids can speak 3 languages, and you're like, man, I can barely speak 1. You just don't keep up with the Joneses. Just don't do it. Don't even look in their direction. Just stay on your own path, you know, and just don't worry about anybody else. You'll be so much happier that way. Believe me, life's so much better when you don't pay attention to what anybody else is doing. So number 4, this is, if I would say anything is probably the most important for you to hopefully take away from this video or anything like that. I think the most important for me is when I get really upset, or my kids are freaking out. My dog's literally right now, she's scratching at the door because she wants to go out. My kids are screaming and everything's going crazy, and you just want to scream yourself, and you just want to just explode, and your head's just like, you just want to cry. It's a big, just emotional meltdown all around. It's like a big meltdown soup. My favorite thing to do to just kind of re-grasp what's going on and kind of like recenter or just get a grip, I take my phone and I go in the bathroom, or I go wherever I need to, and I just read inspirational quotes about how short the years are with little babies. These guys grow up so fast. My oldest is 7 and I still cannot believe it. Like, how did he turn 7? Now he's coming home and telling me new things that, honestly, I don't even know some of the things that he's even talking about, because, like, school's way more advanced than when you and I were there. But it's just crazy. It's so crazy. And it goes by so fast. And when I read those things, instead of feeling what I felt right before I read it, which was, I just want to scream and rip every single piece of hair out of my head and just bang my head against the wall and just cry, like, a switch just gets flipped and I just go around and just hug every single one of them and just give them loving, because it's so short-lived and you don't want to, you just don't want to miss it. And it's, these things a lot of the time are not things that it's going to even matter in the next hour or 3 hours or, you know, next year. It's stuff that's not going to matter. So if you can just let go and just read something inspirational to let you rethink about how quick the years are, and just to kind of recenter it, it helps tremendously. Like, that's my biggest thing. It's the biggest thing that I can stress to anybody else that helps me. And lastly, hi sweetie. Lastly, I have learned to filter advice. Now, everybody wants to give advice, don't they? I'm giving you advice right now. Kind of a little contradiction, huh? Everybody wants to give advice. Everybody has advice to give, and everybody thinks their advice is the best advice. Learn to filter that advice. Now, what I mean by that is not everybody has bad intentions when they're trying to give you advice. Some advice is really, really helpful. I know it. Some advice is really, really helpful. And then you have the negative, condescending advice givers, don't you? Who are just trying to put you down at every other turn and telling you you're not raising your kids right. You really need to be doing this, or you really need to be doing that, or that's just not how you do it. Learn to filter advice. You're the mother. You have intuition. You have a mother's intuition. That's the best kind there is. Learn how to use it. Learn how to take everything with a grain of salt. Like I said, some advice is really good, and it's very helpful to get advice from some people. And some people you just gotta let it go. I mean, and you don't want to be rude about it either, because that'll start a whole nother mess. So just learn to say, thanks for the advice. And then when they turn around, then you can roll your eyes. But don't do it in front of them, because you'll just start more problems. But just learn to filter that advice, or else you're going to find yourself so stressed, because the advice that you get, sometimes doesn't it just seem that it's just colliding and it just doesn't make sense? They're like, well, so-and-so told me this and you're telling me that, and how am I supposed to put this together? After 4 kids, I finally learned that you just got to filter it, and you just gotta kind of blow it off, because those negative advice givers, man, they're just really condescending, and they're really hard on you for what reason? Like, what are you holding on to that you're trying to rub off on me sometimes, right? So you just got to take it with a grain of salt, and just learn to make your own decisions, and be a little bit more confident with your decisions too, because you're doing it right. If you love your kids and you love them enough to seek advice or to question advice, then you're doing it right. You don't have to worry about anything else. So I think those are the 5 biggest things that I have to say as far as how I stay calm as a mom of 4, and how I keep my cool, and how I don't go insane every day. So if you have any questions, or maybe anything that you do to help kind of stay sane as a mom, just leave them in the comments below. I know she's dancing around, guys. I'm sorry. She just wanted to be held, and now she's getting tired, so she's getting antsy. So I'm going to cut this video off, and if you have anything that you want to add, please feel free to comment below. I'd love to look through all the comments and get back to you as much as I can with those. And if you don't already, or if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks, guys. Bye.